Hello, how are you? Good morning. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. Today, we're going to talk about what is that first drive like? What do you need to do as a beginning driver to be successful? How do you need to build a relationship with your instructor? Let's go ahead and get right into it. You always want to turn into the nearest lane. When you turn into the nearest lane, you facilitate a smoother flow of traffic. So you want to keep your turn as short as possible. If you're making a double right turn, you want to turn in that nearest lane to the curb. If that first lane is not open or if it's blocked, you can go to the second lane. Next, you always want to check traffic. Me, as a certified driving instructor, I want to see my students look left, right, and left. This way, we are assured that it's safe. You always have to be careful because you can miss a pedestrian, you can miss a car can run a light. So you have to be super safe. Let's continue. You want to signal your intention 100 feet or half a block. You want to signal early in advance. This lets other drivers know behind us, hey, this car is turning. If you wait too late, you could risk getting rear-ended. So we want to provide a safe environment. The next thing I like to see as an instructor, I want to see you verbalize adequate gaps for maneuvers. What does this mean? We're not going to pull out in front of a car or a truck or any other moving vehicles. A gap is the space between two cars. You want to have space to pull out into that nearest lane and get up to speed. Believe it or not, this is the hardest thing for a beginning driver to do, is to go down to the bottom of the driveway. Listen to me now. You know where the sidewalk is. A lot of beginning drivers pull up behind the sidewalk and then they're hesitant. After you stopped and you've established your position, I want to see you inch the car forward. It's called showing the car. Go down to the bottom of the driveway or the bottom of the road without your front end sticking out. Then I want to see you look. Once you establish your position, and again, you want to have your wheel slightly turn to get into that nearest lane. Then once you turn and get into that lane, I want to see you get up to speed. That is the hardest thing for beginning drivers to do. Next, I want to see you complete your turn in the proper lane. If we're making a turn, you want to get into the nearest lane, you want to turn on your blinker, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Then you want to look over your shoulder, quickly check, and signal your intention and accelerate and get into that lane. I want to see you demonstrate control. I don't want to see you nervous. I want to see you patient. And your instructor should make you feel comfortable. If you're tense and nervous, you're not going to do well. Let's talk about visual skills. Vision means eyes. You have to have an eye examination. I always ask my students, and I teach adults too, do you wear glasses? Have you had your eyes checked? Every 2 years, me as a certified instructor, I have to get my eyes checked. So it's really important. Vision is key. Do you identify targets? Targets could be people walking across the street, cars pulling out in front of us, a car that decided to stop, but all of a sudden they push the gas. I want to see you relax and identify those targets and not stress. A lot of driving for beginning drivers is very overwhelming. So I try to have minimal talk. I try to build a good relationship, and I'm here to support you. That's the difference between a beginning instructor and an experienced instructor. Do you search for a gap 15 to 20 seconds ahead of the path of travel? If we see a semi truck coming, 80,000, 100,000 pounds, are you just going to pull out in front of it and then poof, we're not here on the earth anymore? Or are you going to wait until that semi truck goes by or car goes by? All those things are super important that you establish that comfort zone. This makes the instructor feel comfortable. This makes you feel comfortable. This increases the odds of you passing your test. And I'm giving you these pro tips. Next, turn ahead and identify targets prior to moving. It's someone walking on in front of us. Did a car pull out because they're impatient? Believe it or not, pedestrians and other drivers are very impatient with beginning drivers, teens or adults. They just pull out and they don't wait. This frustrates us. This adds nervousness and negative energy. I want you in a positive, relaxed state. I want to be in a positive, relaxed state to help you. And that's really important. Are you able to judge distance? A lot of beginning drivers slam the brakes in the end and they almost hit the car in front of them. We want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. Just in case we get hit from the rear, we'll have that secondary collision and hit the car in front of us. So I want to see my drivers, teens and adults, be able to see the rear of the tires on the ground. Do you check mirrors regularly? Every 12 to 15 seconds. Remember, I'm in the passenger seat. I have a mirror. I have a brake. I do not have a steering wheel. I want to see you adequately check those mirrors every 12 to 15 seconds. Let's talk about steering. You want to use a balanced approach. And I'm going to go ahead and get the steering wheel. You want to use a balanced approach. I want to see your hands. And this is a special application for a specially modified small tire car. I do drag racing in a controlled environment. So this is a removable steering wheel. So I want to see your hands at 8 and 4 or 9 and 3. That's going to give you good position on the steering wheel. I want to see you turn hand over hand into the turn and hand over hand out of the turn. That's going to give you great control. Also, sometimes push-pull is good for going around curves or left turns. I want to see you use hand over hand when appropriate. I hope this gave you value today. And if it did, subscribe to my channel. Watch more of my videos. If you want me to do more tutorials like this, I will. Leave it in the comments. Have a great day. Bye.